KEYC News Now to Go is sponsored by River's Edge Hospital and Clinic. People caring for people.
Moments like these make life worth living. River's Edge Hospital and Clinic is your partner in taking control of your own health. Take your steps towards a lasting tomorrow. River's Edge Hospital.
Hello and thanks for joining us for this KEYC News Now to Go update. I'm Jackson Jerk. In a few minutes, I'll be joined by First Alert meteorologist Caitlin Lohr with a look at today's forecast and a gorgeous weekend beyond that. In our local news, the Mankato community is grieving the life of Dennis Vosica, the Quick Trip employee whose life was tragically taken during the early hours of March 18th. Known for his kindness and happy-go-lucky attitude, his family, friends, and members of the community joined together Friday evening to hold a candlelight vigil.
Joined by the power of love, community members, friends, family, and first responders gathered together this evening to remember the kind soul that was Dennis Vosica.
With the circumstances, it really just warms and swells my heart. Like I just have so much gratitude and appreciation for the community and our loved ones coming together and showing their support during this nightmare.
Together, the crowd reflected on their memories with Dennis in a sea full of purple while wearing their Crocs, which is just what Vosica would have wanted.
The Crocs are just super comfortable. He's worn them ever since I've met him, and that was 10 years ago now. So, just really bringing the community together and our loved ones to rock the Crocs, I felt was very fitting, and his family felt that as well. And he's a huge Minnesota sports fan. So Vikings, Timberwolves, you name it, he loved them.
What made Dennis so impactful was the way he treated others. Whether you met him for a brief moment or have known him for years, he treated everybody the same.
Just all these people here show how much of an impact Dennis made on these people. Just moment that they walked into Quick Trip, or just, the friends and family that he's had all these years, that's just the person, he was. As
family members, friends, and the community reflect on the loss, they are also reminded the importance of treating one another with kindness.
This tragedy, I think there's also a reminder to spread love and kindness to one another, even if you don't know each other. You never know what the next person's going through, and it really just brings a whole different type of united force, if that makes sense, and just really proves to me that there's still good people out in the world.
Reported in Mankato, Haley McCormick, KEYC News Now.
Friday's vigil was held on what would have been Dennis's 35th birthday. In more local news, motorists traveling on Interstate 90 west of Jackson near the MnDOT rest areas may see smoke from crews conducting a prescribed burn today. According to the Minnesota Department of Transportation, the eastbound I-90 Clear Lake and the westbound I-90 Des Moines River rest areas will remain open to the public during the burn. Motorists will encounter signs as they approach the burn area warning of the potential of smoke. Motorists should be attentive, slow down, and watch for the burn crew who are monitoring these efforts. For real-time traffic and travel information, visit www.511mn.org. Continuing out west of Mankato, 3 people are injured after a train hit a semi-trailer Friday afternoon in Sleepy Eye. According to the Brown County Sheriff's Office, a semi-tractor trailer was westbound on Highway 14 in Sleepy Eye and attempted to turn into a business. It was then struck by a train. One man driving the train, the semi, and the 2 men were in the train. The Sheriff's Office described the injuries to all 3 men as minor. The Sheriff's Office wants to remind the public to slow down when approaching a railroad crossing, stay back when necessary, and look both ways when crossing. Caitlin Lohr is going to join me at the desk right now. I think she forgot that weather is supposed to be talked about. Caitlin, thank you very much for joining me. It was a gorgeous weekend, to say the least, and I got a little sunburn yesterday.
A little?
A little. It's bad. It's bad.
What did we learn?
What did we learn? Put on sunscreen on April 6th, otherwise you're going to get a burn, and you're probably going to get a text from your mom later today when she sees this, or Cato Living. And Daniel Sawicki's going to make fun of me because I forgot to put it on. So,
And what about Stacy?
Stacy, you know, I think here's the thing. You're supposed to get a good base burn. You're not supposed to, but that's the thought.
I'll keep my meteorological mouth quiet on this one.
So,
I'll let you talk it out.
So on Friday or Saturday, whatever the nice day is here that you're going to show everybody in a little bit, I'm going to wear no bandana, and I'm just going to
Even it out?
I'm going to have to even it out. I'm going to have to even it out a little bit. We're going to have to get even more burnt, and then I'm going to hear about it even more.
And you know what's crazy is that the UV rays and stuff isn't talked about as like severe weather, though it could be, because it does pose a risk to your body. And that's what severe weather does. It poses a risk to life or property. And it is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and I do want to talk about it a little bit. We start with watches and warnings today. Now, Jackson, I'm going to quiz you.
Oh boy.
Do you know what the difference is between the two? Can you remember the difference?
A weather watch and a weather warning? A weather watch and a weather warning. I feel like...
Put you on the spot today.
This is going to be our entire weather segment here. I'm going to say a warning is like a known weather threat is coming, and then a weather watch is like there's potential, but we're not sure yet.
Sort of. You've got the right idea. A watch is issued when we know that the ingredients are there and it is capable of happening. So when you have a watch, it's when you want to have a plan of action.
Okay.
But you don't need to take action yet, which is when you have the warning, means something has been spotted. It is happening. And that's when you want to take action.
I wasn't that far off.
No, you weren't that far off.
Be a meteorologist.
Now, do you like cake? Because I have a much easier way to remember the difference between
like
the two.
Cake.
All right,
I like
who doesn't
cake.
like cake? So let's take a look at an easy way to remember the watch versus a warning with Severe Weather Awareness Week. So in forms of cake, let's talk about a cake watch. We've got the eggs, we've got the butter and the flour and the sugar and whatever flavorings and other things you want to add to it. We're each our own baker. We like to put our own things in it. So whatever your ingredients are, that's your watch. You're watching because they're there, but you don't have the cake yet. But then you get the cake, and that's where you get the warning, because guess what? Everything, all those ingredients have come together to form that final product. So if you're thinking of weather, let's talk about a tornado watch and a tornado warning. So if you go back to the cake watch, think of a tornado watch. We have all the ingredients possible for a tornado. We've got the temperature changes, we've got the front coming through, we have everything we need, but we don't have a tornado, which is good. But the ingredients are there, which is not good. So we're gonna do a cake watch because, hey, keep your eyes on the sky, keep watch today because it is possible. Then you get that warning issued, again in this term, a tornado warning. That's when you have the final product, a tornado or a cake has been seen, and that goes from a watch to a warning immediately. And that goes the same with any type of watch or warning, whether it's a severe thunderstorm watch and warning, flood watches and warnings, they all work the same. It means watch means you have the ingredients, have a plan of action ready to go. The warning means it has been come together. It is finalized, it's there, seek that action. Whatever your plan of action is, put that and implement it. Now today we are looking at not active weather, which is what we like, but a little bit cooler than where we should be with a high of 40 degrees and a light breeze through the afternoon up to 15 miles an hour, a little bit lighter than where we were this morning as as those winds die down drastically by tonight. And, well, those temperatures are going to be cooler again tonight, but on the chilly side with a low of 24 degrees, at least our winds will be much lighter, so we don't have to deal with as much of a wind chill tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, we actually have a seasonal day in store. That means highs in the upper 40s, low 50s with sunshine, but we are tracking increasing clouds because of a warm front that's going to move through between Wednesday and Thursday, bringing in a chance of scattered showers on those days. With that being said, we are looking at there we go. I was going to say it's going to update here. A 1/10 of an inch or so by Thursday morning. You add what we are looking at on Thursday, and the whole area could see a 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch over those 2 days. So not a drastic amount, but enough to keep those improvements noticeable on our drought monitor. And then, Jackson, that weekend, I'm going to buy you personally your own thing of sunscreen for those 60s and 70s and sunshine on the way.
I'm going to even my burnout. Tell you what, that's what's going to happen on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Cooper will be here this weekend, so I might make an appearance in the morning show Friday.
Ooh.
and Kayla Living. So
we love Cooper.
We'll see what happens. Might even have a T-shirt with design entirely for Cooper. So
I like when he wears his bow ties, so I'm excited to see what he's dressed snazzy as on Friday.
So it'll be a perfect weekend for plenty of dog walks. That's for sure.
Yes.
So, all right, well, thank you very much, Caitlin. We're going to transition into some sports now. The Twins were back at Target Field yesterday afternoon after their first win at home on Saturday. They looked like they were on pace for another win Sunday. First inning tied at 1 with 2 on. Ryan Jeffer wallops it to the wall. Both runners would score, and the Twins would take a 3-1 lead early in the fourth. Now it's 4-1. Byron Buxton fires it to deep right field. Another run would come home. 1 of 3 the Twins score in the fourth. They take a 7-1 lead. But in the fifth, momentum would switch. Isaac Paredes punches it to left field, brings in 1 of 3 Astro runs in the fifth. They score another in the sixth. That would make it 7-5. Twins still leading into the ninth. Astros backs against the wall. That's when Yordan Alvarez, pulverization is equalization. This game goes to extras, but it didn't last long. Top of the 10th, Jose Altuve brings in the go-ahead run. They score another as well. Twins don't respond. Minnesota loses 9-7 in 10. Twins return to action on the road tonight in Kansas City. Tough loss for the Twins there, Caitlin. That's unfortunate. Nothing surprising there. I want to say thank you very much. Appreciate it as always. Thanks for watching this KEYC News Now to go upstate. Stay with KEYC News Now for the latest local news, weather, and sports on our website.
And download the free KEYC News and Weather apps for the latest headlines and forecast.